Hey guys, it's Miss Shulman. I'm hanging here with Charlie and Harley, and that's Hercules. I'm puppy sitting Hercules. Anyway, today we are going to be talking about scientific notation. So let's start off with, what is scientific notation? Scientific notation is a way to represent really large numbers or really small numbers. So these are the type of numbers that would give us the diameter of a animal cell, or give us how many miles away Pluto is from the sun. Things like that. When we are representing these, we use a number and a power of 10 to easily represent these numbers. So we're going to go back to those powers of 10. Let's start off. What is 1,500 divided by 10? Well, 150. We know that, guys, because we know our tricks. Some of us will know to cross off the zeros. Some of us will put the 1,500 on top and the 10 on the bottom and cross out the zeros. What is now 150 divided by 10? Same thing. It's going to give me 15. What is 15 divided by 10? We don't have any zeros to cross out. But it's almost like if we were to put a decimal point, when we divided by 10, we moved it one spot over. When we divided by 10, we moved it one spot over. So when we divide by 10, we're going to move this guy one spot over. So it should be 1.5. Pretty easy, right? What if we were to go the other way and we were to multiply? 2 and 1100th times 10 would give me 21 and 1/10. It's almost like we moved that decimal point over one spot. Times 100, I have 2 zeros, so I would move it over 2 spots. Give me that 211. And times 1,000, I would go 1, 2, and then 1 more to give me 2,110. Do we remember that from, we start that in 5th grade. You started that in 5th grade. All right, let's take a look at some of the scientific notation. So, I am multiplying this by 10 to the 4th, which is really 10,000. We just talked about how when we were multiplying by powers of 10, we were moving that decimal point over. So, I'm going to move my decimal point over 4 spots to represent those 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill in, guys. Bring your decimal point in between, not to the numbers, but in between. So 4, 6, 0, 0, 0. Count 3 and put your comma. 46,000. Pretty simple, right? If we were to come to this one, times 10 to the 6th. So once again, guys, we are moving our decimal point to the right however many times our exponent tells us to. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to rewrite. And I have a spot for 2 zeros here. 3,112,300. All right. Let's take a look at this one. Guys, we have a problem with this one. I don't see a decimal point. But we know really our decimal point would be here because we could put 0.0 and it would still be 8. So I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fill in 5 zeros. I should have 800,000. Cool. Let's go the other way. This is standard form, and we want to put it into scientific notation form. So that means it needs to have a power of 10. For our, actually, let's just take a look at scientific notation really quick here. It has to have a power of 10, and this number here is called your constant. Your constant has to be between 1 and less than 10. So it has to be greater than 1, but less than 10. So really, guys, it could be anywhere from 1 to 9.99999, and so on. All right, so that is important to know. So when we look at this, where is my decimal point? My decimal point would be here. I need to get my constant to be between 1 and less than 10. That would mean my decimal point would have to move in between that 5 and the 6. And to get there, I would move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5.67 times 10 to the 5th. Guys, you don't need the zeros. When we write in scientific notation, we don't need those zeros. You need all of the non-zero digits, though. All of the non-zero digits. Let's try another one. All right, so it's in standard form, and we want to put it into scientific notation. So we are going to start here, and my constant is going to be 9 and 12 hundredths times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 to the 4th. Notice I didn't put my zeros, I just put my non-zero digits down here, my constant. And our next one, this is a big one. So my scientific notation is going to be a number between 1 and less than 10. It's going to be 8.114 times 10 to the, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, which is easier to write? Scientific notation or standard form once we start getting these really large numbers? I would think scientific notation. All right, guys, I want you to finish that worksheet, those 4 problems, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.